Meanwhile, the Trump administration, as you know, I've thought about you often with these Doge government cuts. But even before Doge was created, they have not only encouraged this stereotype as bureaucrats or government workers being stupid and lazy and extraneous, if you will, but they've turned it into something more sinister. Let me give you a quote that JD Vance said on a podcast in 2021. If I was giving Trump one piece of advice, it's fire every single mid level bureaucrat, every civil servant in the administrative state, and replace them with our people.
So it's just such a misconception of who these people are in the first place because it's probably true that the government workers generally probably tilt more left than right, but their politics are very hard to predict. You'd be surprised who they voted for, I think. And so it's but the bigger point is most of what they're doing is so nonpartisan. How is it partisan to like make sure nuclear weapons don't explode when they shouldn't explode? It's such a misapprehension of what that enterprise is, and what they're doing, it's interesting because what they're doing is accusing the existing workforce of being essentially political, like they're deep state, they're out to get us, when in fact that's not who they are. But what they're trying to do is turn it into something that's very political, that's out to get the other side. And it's taking 50,000 jobs, and turning them from career civil service jobs to essentially patronage jobs that the Trump administration can appoint, not based on expertise, but based on loyalty.
How dangerous is that replacement in your view?
It's dangerous on a couple of levels. It's very dangerous. One, it's gonna make the government a lot less effective because you're replacing people who actually know things with people who don't, and their main qualification is they're just loyal to Donald Trump. That's not a good place to start when you're solving complicated problems. But it's dangerous in another way that if you actually succeed in turning the federal government into what Trump and Vance say it is, turning it into this political weapon, it's hard to know, it's from there to, like, no democracy is a half step, and so it's dangerous on that level too, and it'll have this knock-on effect, and this is the knock-on effect of a lot of Republican rhetoric, is you know, you disable, you villainize this enterprise that's there to serve us all. You make it less effective at what it's supposed to do. And then you can point to it and say, look how ineffective it is. Like the problem is government. Well, no, the problem is how you run the government. The problem isn't government.